Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that might surprise you. The shocking reality of electric vehicle, EV charging. It's not all smooth sailing, especially when it comes to finding a charging station. In fact, one frustrated driver has decided to ditch his electric car entirely. Is the dream of a green, electric future running into a roadblock? Stick around, because today, we're uncovering the challenges of EV charging and what it means for the future of electric vehicles. Owning an electric vehicle has always been marketed as the environmentally friendly, cost-effective choice. But what happens when the convenience just isn't there? For many EV owners, charging accessibility is a major issue. In the UK and Ireland, for example, the public charging infrastructure is far from adequate. Drivers face long queues at charging stations and struggle with charging compatibility, all of which leave them frustrated and stranded. Stavros969, a YouTuber who switched from a Honda E to a Tesla Model 3, experienced this firsthand. He arrived at a service station only to find a long line for chargers. After waiting and battling these issues, Stavros realized that the charging situation simply couldn't keep up with the growing demand. And so, he made a bold decision. Tired of the hassle, Stavros chose to leave the world of EVs behind, opting for a hybrid instead. Why? As he puts it, with a hybrid, there's no plugging in, no waiting, and no hassle. When you're used to the ease of a gas station, having to spend up to an hour charging your car can feel like a huge step backward. Imagine, charging an EV can take 30 minutes to an hour at a fast charger, while a gas car is refueled in a matter of minutes. For many drivers, this extra wait time is a deal breaker. And as charging times continue to creep up, it's no wonder that some people are starting to reconsider their electric vehicle choices altogether. The idea of switching to an electric vehicle is great in theory. Lower emissions, reduced fuel costs, and all the eco-friendly benefits. But the reality, at least for some, has been a lot less rosy. Stavros isn't alone in his frustration. Many other drivers are facing the same challenges with the current charging infrastructure. While governments and car manufacturers push for a greener future, the infrastructure simply hasn't caught up. Despite plans to phase out petrol cars by 2030, the lack of charging stations in many areas, especially in rural or less developed regions, is a major obstacle. If you're thinking about making the switch to an electric car, there are a few things you should consider. Charging accessibility. As highlighted by Stavros, it's not just about having a charging station, it's about accessibility. Many areas, particularly rural zones, are still lacking the infrastructure needed to make EVs truly viable for all drivers. Long charging times. While traditional cars are fueled in minutes, EVs can take anywhere from 30 minutes to several hours to charge, depending on the station and battery size. This extended charging time is a huge inconvenience for people who are used to the speed of refueling a combustion engine vehicle. Range anxiety. Though many newer EVs are offering greater range, the fear of running out of power, especially on long trips, is still a real concern for potential buyers. It's all part of the hesitation surrounding the full transition to electric cars. So, what needs to happen for EVs to truly thrive? Better charging infrastructure. There needs to be a significant expansion of charging networks, especially in underserved areas. Governments, car manufacturers, and private companies must work together to make charging stations as ubiquitous as gas stations. Faster charging. Advances in battery technology and fast charging stations are on the horizon. Companies are already working on ultra-fast chargers and even wireless charging to reduce the time it takes to power up an EV. Hybrid alternatives. For now, hybrids are a good middle ground. They offer some of the environmental benefits of electric cars without the charging hassle. As battery technology improves and charging stations become more common, the future of EVs looks bright. In fact, global EV sales are expected to continue rising, with more and more people making the switch to cleaner, greener cars. However, until charging infrastructure catches up, we might see more people like Stavros returning to combustion engine vehicles for the sake of convenience. It's a tough reality, but it's part of the growing pains of any major technological shift. So, what do you think? Are you still excited about the switch to electric? Or have the challenges of charging access made you hesitant? Drop a comment below and let us know. As always, don't forget to like this video if you found it useful, and subscribe for more insights into the world of electric vehicles. Thanks for watching EV Edge.